Let's find out what our story's about. So we know the title is Hatch, and the author is Alexandra Robinson. So the author writes the story. All right, who lays eggs? You might know that hens lay eggs. Did you know that fish, frogs, snakes, and alligators lay eggs too? Each egg is like a little home for a baby. It provides food and keeps the baby safe until it hatches. Did you know some fish lay more than 1,000 eggs at a time? Wow, that's a lot of eggs. This is a sea turtle, and her eggs are under the sand. Sea turtles lay their eggs in sand and then return to the sea. Alligators guard their eggs from hungry animals. Birds sit on their eggs, keeping them safe and warm. Some insects, such as ladybugs, lay their eggs on plants. Some crabs carry their eggs under their body. So it looks like the different animals that lay eggs protect them in different ways, and that they lay them in different places and different types of nests. Wow, so let's pay attention while we're reading the story to see what type of nest each animal has. Hens and chicks. A hen lays her eggs in a soft nest. After about 21 days, a fluffy chick hatches from an egg. Wow, 21 days. Humans take a lot longer than that. They take a whole 9 months. So the male chicks grow into roosters and the female chicks grow into hens. So just like we have boys and girls, they have boy and girl chickens. So a boy chicken is called a rooster and a girl chicken is called a hen. Here's the hen and here's the rooster with its shiny tail feathers. And here is the little chick. Chicks lose their fluffy down feathers as they grow. And we learned what down feathers were when we learned about another type of bird. Do you remember? I think it's coming up. Cheep, cheep, says the chick. What's inside an egg? The shell is on the outside. The chick is on the inside. There's a yolk and the white around the chick. Did you know that mother hens chirp to their chicks before they hatch? Aww. Penguins. Penguins are birds that live near the South Pole. They lay up to 3 eggs at a time. Wow, we just learned that fish lay up or almost sometimes more than 1,000 eggs at a time, and penguins lay 3 eggs at a time. So who lays less eggs, penguins or fish? Penguins, because they only lay 3 at a time. Some lay their eggs on thick ice, while other builds nests from stones and earth. This is the penguin sitting on the egg. There's the egg right there. This is the chick. Here's the egg hatching. Did you know that penguins huddle in groups to keep their chicks safe and warm? These are the penguins taking turns. A male and female penguin take turns sitting on their eggs and finding food. So here the male guards the egg while the female goes fishing. Then the female returns and the female guards the egg while the male goes fishing. And then the male returns and they keep going around and around. They take turns taking care of the egg and going fishing. As they grow, penguin chicks lose their soft feathers and grow slick, waterproof ones. And they are called their soft, downy feathers, just like the chicks. Whoosh, says the penguin. Snakes. Most snakes lay eggs too. Wow, did you know that? Some bury them in sand or earth and then leave them. Others wrap their body around the eggs to protect them. They only leave the eggs when they hatch. Hiss, says the snake. Did you know a snake egg gets bigger as the baby snake grows inside? So the egg actually grows with the baby snake. A python guards her eggs and shakes to keep them warm. Snakes are part of a group of scaly-skinned animals called reptiles. A snake egg has a leathery shell. It's not hard like a chick. Baby snakes look cute, but be careful. If their parents can give a poisonous bite, so can they. Snakes shed their skin or molt as they grow. Butterflies. Most butterflies lay their eggs on plants. A tiny caterpillar hatches from each egg. Later, it changes into a chrysalis and then a butterfly. So there it's starting as an egg. It turns in, it's a caterpillar is what grows out of the egg. It wraps itself in a chrysalis, and out comes a butterfly. Butterflies can lay up to 300 eggs. Is that more or less than the penguins? I think it's more. Each butterfly egg has a tiny hole that lets in air and water. A butterfly comes out of the chrysalis wet with crinkly wings that soon open and dry. Did you know a caterpillar's skin doesn't grow? Instead, its skin molts as its body grows. So it changes. Alligators. An alligator builds her nest near water. She lays her eggs and stays near the nest to watch over them. When they hatch, she cracks the shell with her mouth. So you can see that the alligator is guarding her nest, and her nest is kind of on the water in the grassy area. Alligator babies hatch after about 65 days. Snap, says the alligator. Alligators carry their young hatchlings in their jaws. Grrr. An alligator hatchling is about 8 inches long. That's about the length of this book. It grows to about 10 feet long as 2 park benches. Frogs. Female frogs lay their eggs in fresh water. After about 21 days, the tadpoles hatch. They each have a long tail and gills, which they lose as they grow into frogs. So there's the tiny tadpoles inside the frog egg. Some frogs lay their eggs on leaves. The hatchling tadpoles drop into the water below. Frogs lay up to 4,000 eggs at a time. So fish laid 1,000 eggs, and frogs lay up to 4,000 eggs. So frogs lay even more than fish. Frogs live on land and in water. These types of animals are called amphibians. Ribbit. The life cycle of a frog. So there's its egg and turns into a tadpole. That's what grows out of the egg, and it's got a little tail for swimming. Then it's a froglet because it has legs and a tail. And then it turns into a full-grown frog. Did you know that some frogs never hatch as tadpoles? They go from eggs to frogs. I didn't know that. The end. All right, so we learned about lots of different animals that come from eggs. So, but do all animals come from eggs? No, they don't. Not all animals come from eggs. But a lot of them do.